Hello? Oh, hello? Hey, Janelle.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm gonna fix my volume really quickly.
No worries. I totally appreciate you taking like
because I always have issues with this. Just give me a few more seconds here.
You're fine. It's on your schedule. I appreciate this.
Why can't I hear you? Can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can. Okay. I'm having a difficult time hearing you. Just give me a few seconds. I don't know why this isn't working. Okay, just because I'm on a tight schedule, we might have to do. Let me try one more place. Okay. Why isn't it working? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
I cannot hear you.
I can hear you. So
this happens every single time I try to chat, and I've fixed it before. So I'm not sure why it does that. I'm sorry. Okay, let's just type. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
5 seconds.
So DC Central Kitchen is a nonprofit. We've been around since 1989, and the goal is to use food as a tool to strengthen bodies, empower minds, and build communities. We do this by focusing our attention on food, of course, and we also do this by putting our attention into people. So we are an empowerment organization where we work with individuals who have had a difficult past, whether it's incarceration or drug addiction or chronic homelessness, and we give them the skills that they need to be able to attain jobs and sustain their lifestyle, and to also help reduce some of the recidivism rates that occur in the United States. So we have a culinary job training program where we provide students with 14 weeks of training. They receive in-house training by culinary instructors, as well as internships at local food establishments such as hotels or fast casual restaurants. And they also get training in job placement as well as resume building. And at the end of the internship, or at the end of their overall program, they graduate from the program, which is pretty phenomenal. We have a food recovery and meal distribution sector of our organization where we recover food that would traditionally be wasted, starting at the farm. So we work with a ton of farmers in the area where we will recover food that would have either gone back into the soil, or food that would have not been sold and the farmers would have missed out on those earnings. But we recover that food and we bring it into the kitchen, and we prepare meals for over 80 partner agencies that we have, which consist of homeless shelters, transitional housing units, and drug rehabilitation places. So, we're helping people to save money by providing them with free meals. And by doing that, they are able to take the money that they save and put it back into their programming, whether it's hiring a new person or having other resources and opportunities available for the participants that they work with. So that is our kind of food recovery meal distribution component. And then we have a social enterprise sector of our organization where the money we make for profit gets funneled back into our nonprofit philanthropy work. We have a Fresh Start catering program, which hires individuals out of the culinary job training program. We have our Healthy Corners program, which delivers fresh fruits, vegetables, and healthy snacks to corner stores in DC's underserved neighborhoods. And so that program pretty much combats food deserts. We also have our school foods program, which provides fresh, scratch, locally sourced meals to about 8 public schools in DC and 3 charter schools. So with the combined efforts of our social enterprise and our philanthropy work, we are reaching a lot of individuals that are in underserved communities. In addition to our school foods and our catering and our corner store program, we also have a child and adult care food program, which meets children between the ages of 0 to 5. So they have a holistic and well-rounded view and perspective of healthy eating and what that looks like from 0 all the way up until, they're in middle school, and including in their neighborhoods at their local corner stores. So food deserts are a big issue in DC. There are some neighborhoods that are more affected than others. So DC is equally divided into 8 wards, wards 1 through 8. These lines are redrawn, or these wards are redrawn on it every 10 years, just to make them as equal as possible based on the number of people that are living in those areas. And through research that has been done over the last, let me say, 6 or 7 years, there are 3 areas in particular, Ward 5, Ward 7, and Ward 8, that have been affected by food deserts. And we know that there's a USDA definition of a food desert as an urban area that has limited access to fresh fruits and vegetables or fresh produce or healthy food options, and where that walkability, which is the distance that it takes to get there, is increased compared to other neighborhoods. Sorry about that. And so the 3 areas, like I said, are wards 5, 7, and 8. Are 5, 7, and 8. And 2 of those areas, wards 7 and 8, are on the other side of the Anacostia River. So the Anacostia River is a geographical thing that kind of breaks apart 2 wards that make it difficult for people in those communities to, I guess, cross over to the other parts of the district and access fresh fruits and vegetables. Those 3 wards have higher rates of obesity, they have higher rates of diabetes, and they also have the fewest number of grocery stores. And we're talking Ward 8 has 1 grocery store versus Ward 3, which has 9 grocery stores. So there's a significant difference in the availability of healthy food options in many of these communities. Absolutely. So the most common is going to be obesity. And in wards 7 and 8, we're having upwards of 35 to 45% of the population battling with obesity. And in line with that comes diabetes, which have very similar numbers. We're also seeing not only higher rates of cancer, but high mortality rates associated with cancer, especially breast cancer. It was found that in Ward 7, women have a higher mortality rate of breast cancer than any other ward in the district. So, we're seeing issues of chronic diseases that can be treated with, eating the right thing, but also exercising and getting enough physical activity in the community. We've also had spikes in crime in DC, especially in these areas, and that's also going to impact someone's ability to be physically active or feel safe walking and going to the, their corner stores or other, food venues that they may have in their neighborhoods. So safety is also something that's very important, and that's also impacting some of the issues that people have in regards to accessing safe, affordable food in their communities.
Last one.
I think education is so important. It's really important for us to meet people where they are. And, a lot of that comes with just having an understanding of the culture and having an understanding of all of the different issues that impact someone's ability to do anything. We might think it's easy to get up in the morning and go to work and make a paycheck and buy groceries, but for some people, there are so many other social and mental and psychological barriers that keep them from doing that. And I think having the ability to educate, but most importantly, understand what those barriers are and find resources to assist with those barriers. Mental disease is a really big issue in our underserved communities, and having some type of program that can really address those issues and most importantly, reduce the stigma that's associated with many of those barriers. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Let me know if you need anything else. All right. Bye.